Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for spending your valuable time with the Adapt 2030 channel. 101 Dalmatians, 101 months, no warming. University of Alabama, Huntsville. And $60 strawberries. Oh, they're white strawberries. Yeah, get a grip. Orange juice all-time highs. And as we move through the hyperinflation into the digital currencies, Britons are only going to be able to store in their accounts maximum £20,000 ever. Once you see the intertwining of all these small problems culminating into something so large, it'll make the society move. Are you ready? And starting you off with the most important commodity on the planet, food. Orange juice climbing to new highs. Frozen concentrate, well, that would be expected after massive hurricanes pummel the citrus growing area of Florida. Vertical rise there, another Loch Ness monster inbound 2023. And keep in mind, these are the companies that are producing your food. There's only a very small handful that actually fill the supermarkets. So if they were to play some shenanigans like shrinking the amount of food or raising the prices the way they want. Imagine if it goes the way of the oil companies and they just start raising prices left, right, and center for the food. Oh, wait, they already have. Where's the windfall tax for all these food producers? I don't see it. Blame the oil guys. And speaking of absurdity, what is this? $59 for strawberries. And you go, well, they're white and red strawberries. Yeah, but only half the pack's the white strawberries. I know it's more difficult to grow. I know it's a special species, but still $60 for strawberries. Although the country of origin is Japan, you actually have to turn that package upside down to read that correctly. But the shrinkflation is real. I have a few screen grabs just from today. I got all these just today. 220 grams down to 198 grams. On any of the Kettle brand potato chips, I'm not a potato chip eater myself, but if you are, you're going to pay more. Snickers bars, 44 grams is the ultimate now when it used to be 50 grams. And I remember doing a video on this when it was something like 65 or 70 grams prior a few years back. And oh, any of us who cook, 27 square feet down to 22 square feet, pay the same price, don't complain. And we should complain. All of us should be complaining about this. It's not just rampant inflation because we woke up Thursday and want to have inflation. This is purposeful. If you have not seen it since 2020, sorry. You might need to just rub the sand out of your eyes once you eventually wake up. You know, the windfall taxes, I'm not even kidding about that. They're all getting to distract away. It's oil, it's oil, it's oil. No, it's not. It's all the industries. Specifically, it's going to be food this year. It was last year too. People keep complaining. You know, they come out of the store and they go, I just spent $200 on $50 worth of groceries. That's right. Prices are up doubling and tripling. They didn't hit the quadruple, which I had anticipated last year, but it did go up into the tripling. So, you know, how does that count? You know, close enough for government work? And keep in mind, this is not going to end next year. You're going to have to think about replenishing what you have for stocks, moving through this until we come through this entire phase and then it resets, both natural and man-made. We'll come back to some sort of stability again. You're going to have to think about taking care of yourself through this entire transition of years, 5 to 6 years. You're going to have to think about taking care of yourself and your families. The Wall Street Journal warned, just don't sit there, do something. Have you checked the value of your home, your 401k? Many Americans are too afraid to look at their 401k and their IRA account statements. Isn't it time you took retirement matters into your hands with a self-directed IRA with physical gold and silver, not paper, physical gold and silver? Call the Patriot Gold Group today before it's too late. Remember, Patriot Gold Group offers the no fee for life IRA where your 401k or IRA can be in physical gold or silver on qualifying rollovers. That's 888-546-7020. And now on with the video. And moving over to something that we all use in everyday items, copper. This is going to be another one. The metals are going to run this year too. Chile and Peru account for 37% of global copper stocks, but because of all the labor shortages and all these other things happening, mining setbacks. So just the city base of any metal that runs anything, that is the most common metal in any appliance anywhere for, I don't care what you buy, there's copper in it. And without that, the world does cease. Here's another shiny metal you might like. Gold. 2022 record year for central bank gold buying, 1,136 tons. But these very same entities are telling you to invest in the stock market, not in gold. I wonder why that is. Because when you look at the People's Bank of China buying another 15 tons of gold in January, they don't give you the true numbers. I bet it's far higher than 15 tons. But if the gold flows east, China taking the lion's share of that, India, Turkey, Thailand. What do they know? Why do they suddenly start buying so much gold? And look at the sub 60 IQ countries down lower on the list. Why are they getting rid of your gold? UK, Canada, Australia, United States. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is happening? That looks like a pretty clean balance. Somebody's shifting wealth to another part of the world where a new currency shall evolve from. So coincidental that China's gold reserves 15 tons. So they say People's Bank of China, and they also added 32 tons in November. And how many umpteen tons are we looking at now? Something's changing. American companies that failed in China. Thought I'd throw this one in here. Looks like the longest running of that would have been Yahoo. Others who tried, China quickly came up with their own alternative to it. And then the American companies or international companies were quickly asked to leave after they replicated the model. Bye-bye. eBay, Amazon, see you on the other side of the Pacific. And as the world we see today put in front of our eyes is illusionary. Say one thing, do the opposite. How are you going to hold wealth through this transition? How are you going to grow your own food? Provide for yourselves, your families? The way they're putting it out there, the rock of stability is back. It was a little hiccup from 2020 to now, but don't worry about it. It's all going to get better. When in reality, the stage is set in front of you, and you can clearly see that the illusion is real. Speaking of that, Britons, as in UK citizens, would be limited to 20,000 digital pounds when the country goes ahead with their central bank digital currency. Bank of England Deputy Governor states in Reuters, the pound limit of what you can hold. Again, you're not going to be able to accrue wealth during this time. You either get it now or you're not getting it. Accruing wealth during the digital age of central bank digital currencies will not be allowed. It simply won't. You're not allowed to store more than 20,000 digital pounds. So then what do? You don't. And if this were true, then why would you even want to work? Why would you want to invent? Why would you want to try to excel? You wouldn't. It wouldn't make any difference. Why work harder if you're only limited to a certain amount? That was the whole thing about humanity during changes of ages. You could grow wealth. You could grow whatever you wanted to, excel in, expand upon. But if you're going to be limited to the amount of money that you can actually have or hold, and then that can be turned off in a moment's notice, or there's other parameters, the hoops you need to jump through to get that digital, whatever issuance, if you for a better term, it's going to be just like communism. It's going to come back on a global level now. And I encourage any of you, go to Eastern Europe, travel around, ask the stories of, pre-wall falling in Berlin, of how it was and how people lived their lives. They just didn't care. They just did the minimum because that's all they had to do to get the minimum. It's really a backstep for humanity. The creation is going to stop. The innovation will stop. Who's going to do all this extra work if there's going to be no reward for it? I know people are going to follow their passion, music, art, whatever that be, gardening, and many other things. But in terms of the monetary value for the trade of that effort for you to create a new invention or a new anything, just going to stop. That's how they're going to reset the world. But we won't get there until we go through the hyperinflationary event. So I thought I'd pull out this chart here. Gold marks in terms of paper marks. And you see how it did have that first uptick say 1918 to 1919, it went to a 10x, pulled back a little bit, but then quickly over the next 2 years, 1920 to 22, went up to 100, and then from there off to the races. And within that 1 year, and went from 100 marks up to 1 trillion marks. But it's going to have to hit that apex of collapse before you're going to want to participate in the new system. 101 Dalmatians. Why would I bring up cartoon characters? So cute and lovable, those dogs. 8 years and 5 months and counting. 101 months since no warming. University of Alabama, Huntsville. Lower tropospheric temperatures. Are we below the 30-year running average? I think we are. We have a drop below there again. Let me tilt my head to the right there. 1991 to 2020 average. Looks like 170 degree under there. Break it down by the part of the globe that we're on. Northern Hemisphere, about the same from January 2022 to January 2023. Southern Hemisphere dropping significantly. Tropics down a bit. U.S. lower 48 warming a bit. Arctic down a lot. Australia, the winner, ding, 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 down 0.4 of a degree. And also, if you want to do some of your own study and your own moving through the temperature data sets, all 6 of these have different ranges of temperature, which makes it a little confusing. And you'll notice that the highs and the lows are indicated between the data sets. So here's all 6. Have at it. Get those into a search engine to see the differences in which one always runs hot and which ones are on the money, which is what Ransom, Godwin, and myself talk about every Thursday night, 10 p.m. to midnight. Hope you can join us there. Mini Ice Age Conversations podcast YouTube channel. Yeah, I have another one. It's just long content. Please join that. Subscribe. And if you're looking for emergency foods, My Patriot Supply, 25 years shelf life. Specials going on right now with the 3-month emergency food supply and planting seasons here, trueleafmarket.com. All those links are in the description box below. Thanks for sticking to the end. Hope you got something out of the video, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.